Okay, we're going.
Yeah.
Okay, ready to go?
I've done one, yeah.
People now.
Cruising.
Production.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. It's Goodwood Festival of Speed. It's early in the morning. People are starting to mill in. And we've got a visitor today. We've got R1Liz,
Hi.
who's joining us for the day again. And we're going to answer some of your questions that you posted online, reference the Can-Am Spiders and Rikers. So, Liz, you've had a go on these things a few times now. I think we had a day on Rikers together.
We did, yeah, that was the first day.
Your first day, yeah. How was that for you? Was that...
That was challenging.
Yeah.
It was very, very different. I was expecting it to be a lot easier than it was, but as the day progressed, I did get slightly better at it.
So once we initiated you on the Riker, we moved up to Spider and the F3S.
So much easier.
Quite a different machine.
Yes, yeah, it has a lot more things going on within it that make it a little bit easier for someone that hasn't really dealt with them before.
And after that, we sent you on a major trek, Austria and back.
Yep, that was nice of you, thank you.
And I think probably fair to say you do know these things inside out now.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Initiation by fire, really.
Initiation by fire. Offshore Performance style.
Bye.
Right, some questions then. So these are all questions from Liz's followers on her website. And we're just going to rattle through them and hopefully answer them best we can. So question 1, commonly asked question: do you need a car license or a bike license to drive a Can-Am? And the answer is actually simply, if you're over 21, either license will do. So if you're over 21, you've got a full bike license, yes, you can ride it. That's if you've got no car license, of course. If you have a car license only and you're over 21, you can still ride them. So
Very inclusive.
yeah. A really easy entry, no CBT, no expensive courses to do. Literally jump on it, we'll show you around the controls and give you an orientation and you're on the road. Question number 2. Is it classed as a bike or a car?
I love this question because it really depends what you're thinking of when you ask that question. So for insurance, it's a trike. If you're riding through the Bristol Clean Air Zone, it's a motorcycle, so you don't have to pay for it. Same in Bath. Not sure about London. Has anyone been through one?
No, there's no emission zone in London.
Tax, it's like a bike, apart from some of the heavier vehicles, which are more like a car. And riding wise, yeah, it's not really like either.
Yeah, and also if you've got toll bridges and things like that, they usually push them through as motorcycles, so free entry normally.
Someone asked me yesterday, what about riding in bus lanes?
Yeah,
I told them to think about it like a motorcycle and hope for the best.
yeah, it's one of those things that's run by local councils, so I think each individual council probably have their own set of rules, so give it a go, but with caution. Question 3, my favourite question, because I always ask this to Liz.
It's the most important question.
How fast does it go, Liz?
The Spider F3S will do 125 miles an hour on the Autobahn in Germany.
How do we know?
Because I did it on the Autobahn in Germany, where it was legal to do so. Yeah, it will not go above 125 miles an hour, that is it. But it will do it.
Yeah, it's pretty good for a cruiser. Not bad. How comfortable is it?
It's very comfortable. I did 560 miles in one day on 2 occasions, and when I got to the end of that day, I was still feeling good. I could still go for a walk and do everything. I didn't need to immediately lie down. It was great, yeah.
So the F3S basically comes as a naked bike, but for the Austria trip we fitted you a windscreen.
Yeah, that was vital for doing 125 miles an hour down the Autobahn. Yeah, you need a screen on them if you're going to be doing speeds on the motorway. Otherwise, yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable.
Too much buffeting.
Yeah, it feels like your neck's going to break.
Yeah, but I guess you could put any naked bike up the road at those sort of speeds.
Horrible.
And it's just horrible.
Yeah.
Can you wheelie it?
No. I don't even think a confident person that's good at wheelies would be able to wheelie it. I think there's a YouTube channel where a dude's like, can it wheelie? And I feel like someone should submit one of these to that YouTube channel because I feel like that would break that person. Like, there is absolutely no way that thing is going to go up.
Yeah, the safety mechanisms on it, the stability control, it's just going to keep the wheels planted on the ground. And the fun side of that, I suppose, is it just breaks away the rear end and you can go snaking and drifting. So,
do you reckon you could stop you one? I feel like the front of it might get in the way, but I might be able to get the back end up a little bit. Definitely not the front end.
No.
Things weigh a ton.
No. I think that the rear end breaks away with the traction, and the power just kind of overcomes all of that. So there's such a wide track at the front, you'd really have to go some to do that, I think.
Okay.
How easily available are the parts?
That's a question for you. I have
That
no
really
idea.
is a question for me, isn't it? So, as you guys probably know, we're the main dealer for Can-Am on the south coast. If you go on our website, you've got free to access BRP parts catalogue, where you can look at all the pretty pictures, all the exploded view diagrams, pick out the part you want, pick out the part number you want, give us a call, and we can instantly give you parts and availability. All the current models are actually really easy. It's pretty much a next day or day after service for stuff that's not even in stock with us. And we hold pretty good stock now, so the answer is no problem at all.
Follow-up questions to that. Is it quite easy to do servicing yourself, or is it recommended that they go into dealer?
If you're technically minded or engineering minded to a basic level, I think you can do it yourselves. Obviously with the bigger bikes, there's a lot more panel work to remove first, but there's nothing complicated about these. Changing the oil, air filters, things like that. And actually we encourage it as a dealer, and we even do a DIY parts service where you get discount on your parts if you fit them yourself.
That's nice.
Yeah, we're always happy to advise people and show them some tricks and tips, because most of the stuff on the internet is quite often inaccurate. So, but yeah, we're happy to promote that. Okay, we've got 3 questions left. How do you filter on it?
You missed one. Does it have a reverse gear? Yes.
I can't read.
Very important question. And there is no bigger flex than putting it into reverse gear and reversing out of a parking bay in front of a bunch of motorcyclists that were wondering how on earth you were going to get it out of that parking bay. It's brilliant.
Yeah, because they're quite heavy,
Yeah.
to be fair. Yeah, especially the bigger bikes at 400 odd kilos, you definitely need that. A little bit of luxury.
Yeah.
A little bit of luxury. So, how do you filter on it? And what's it like being stuck in traffic?
I feel like this is one of the most important questions. You can sort of filter on it. It depends how brave you are and how confident you are, just knowing the width and basically just the space of the gap in front of you. Like filtering on a motorcycle, obviously you're a little bit wider, but a lot of the times the space is big enough and you can kind of get in and out of things. Obviously if it's like a really long line of standstill traffic, then you're going to struggle. But in a lot of situations you can still filter. It does just come down to how big the gap is. What was the other part of that question? Sitting in traffic.
Sitting in traffic.
So relaxing. Unless it's raining, in which case it's a little bit unpleasant. Can you not read my handwriting?
No.
Come on, that's beautiful.
I haven't got my glasses on.
As you usually ride alone, how do you feel riding in a group of Can-Ams?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Because I did get to ride with a couple of people. When I went on the Großglockner trip, there was some British people there, so I kind of just added myself to their little group and rode with them, and it was great fun. I really enjoyed watching other people ride the bikes and seeing what they were capable of doing, particularly while I was trying to increase my confidence on the bike that I was riding. So I enjoyed it. I did hear that apparently sometimes if you get quite an excitable group, they do have weird little accidents where the front wheels get like tangled up and they just kind of crash into each other. Didn't see any of that happening, but it did make me aware of the space around me. But it was fun, it was enjoyable, and I learned a lot about the capabilities of the bikes and how quickly you can ride them.
So chasing people up the mountain.
I would sit at the back and just judge them, to be honest. But eventually I was keeping up, so
Yeah.
I learned.
And as a dealer, we actually organise quite a few ride-outs and meetings and gatherings. So there's a big social aspect to it, and yeah, our ride-outs are really popular. We do one a quarter. We usually go to a point of interest that's I don't know, maybe 50 to 80 miles away from the dealership, and then when we get back we put some entertainment on and food and drink and such like. So yeah, it's a bit of a party, it's pretty good.
Last question.
Okay, last question, and it's the big one. It's the big one that we have to answer to.
Honestly, I'll put this on there so
all
I have
bikers.
an
All
opportunity
bikers
to
ask
be a little
this,
bit sassy.
and the obvious question is why?
So first of all, I don't understand this weird attitude that some motorcyclists have towards these. They're fun. They're fun in their own right, and it's strange. You don't have to compare them to a motorcycle. It's a completely different entity. It's fun on its own, and you really should just give it a try before judging it. I've had a great time riding it, and I also really love my two-wheel motorcycles as well. So it's nice to have that additional option and experience something new.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty good answer. And what I would add to that is, a lot of people I speak to in the course of business, they've got 1, 2, 3 bikes. They've got a regular car, a kit car, or a track car. And look, you know, we all have machines that do the same thing but do it differently. Can-Ams definitely do it differently, but there's a place in every toy box for one, I reckon.
Excellent. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Liz. Been great chatting with you, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye bye from Goodwood.
Bye.